Hello sports fans, welcome to Super Sports Central. Today we have my Week 17 MLB Power Rankings. So going over last week's rankings and what those teams did over the past week. Last week at number 10 was the Seattle Mariners. The Mariners went 4-3 in the past week. The week started with a 3-game sweep of the Rangers before they lost 3-4 against the Astros to end the week. Number 9 was the Twins. The Twins had a bad week, going only 1-4 as they were swept in a 2-game series by the Brewers, and then they also lost 2-3 against the Padres. Number 8 was the Brewers. They had a good week, going 4-1 as they swept the Twins in a 2-game series, and then they took 2-3 against the Red Sox. Number 7 was the Padres. They went 3-3 over the past week. They took 2-3 against the Twins and 1-3 against the Tigers. Number 6 was the Blue Jays. They went 4-2 this week. They split a 2-game series with the Cardinals. And then they took 3-4 against the Tigers. Number 5 was the Braves. They went 4-2 over the past week. They lost 2-3 against the Phillies, and then swept the Diamondbacks in a 3-game series. Number 4 was the Mets. They went a perfect 5-0 this week and are on a 6-game winning streak. They started the week by sweeping the Yankees in a 2-game series, and then they swept the Marlins in a 3-game series. Number 3 was the Astros. They went 3-4 in the past week. And they were swept by the A's, and that marks the first time the Astros have been swept all season, and that also marks the first time the A's have swept the team all season. The Astros then also took 3-4 against the Mariners. Number 2 was the Dodgers. So the Dodgers went 4-3 in the past week. They lost 2-3 against the Nationals and then took 3-4 against the Rockies. And number 1 was the Yankees. They went 3-3 in the past week. As I mentioned before, they were swept by the Mets in a 2-game series, and then they took 3-4 against the Royals. So this week's rankings, at number 10, we have the Seattle Mariners. They're staying right where they were. They had a decent week. They boosted their team in a big way, adding Luis Castillo to the rotation, making their rotation one of the best in baseball. However, they did lose rookie Julio Rodriguez to a wrist injury. Coming in at number 9, we have the Philadelphia Phillies. They're jumping into my rankings as they have won 6 of their last 7. And are 6-1 over the past week, and they are getting a boost as Bryce Harper has now been cleared to ramp up baseball activities. Number 8 is the Padres. They traded for all-star closer Josh Hader from the Brewers, and were also able to hold on to some top prospects, so they're still definitely in the Juan Soto sweepstakes, as they were also able to extend starting pitcher Joe Musgrove. Number 7 is the Brewers. They did trade away Josh Hader, but they did get back another closer in Taylor Rogers, and they had a pretty good week, so they're going to flip-flop with the Padres. Padres down to 7, Brewers up to Padres down to 8, Brewers up to 7. Number 6 is the Blue Jays. They're going to remain at 6 after they had a great week. The Blue Jays are back in a wildcard spot. They actually have the top wildcard spot in the AL East at the moment, after being in a not great position heading into the All-Star break. Number 5 is the Braves. So the Braves are remaining at 5 as they've been there for quite some time now. They have a huge 5-game series coming up against the Mets, as that series will play a big factor in the NL East. And they also extended third baseman Austin Riley, keeping him in town for at least the next decade. Number 4 is the Astros. They're actually falling down one spot from 3 to 4, but I think you could actually make the argument the Astros should be at 1. Even 2, but I have the Mets at number 3, because the Mets are riding a 6-game winning streak and had a very good week, so they're going to jump slightly above the Astros. Number 2 is the Yankees. They're falling from their number 1 spot for the first time in months. And part of the process is the Yankees have had a few of their weaknesses exploited over the past few weeks, as they've significantly cooled down. But the Yankees did then go upgrade their roster. They traded for Andrew Benintendi, Frankie Montas, and Lou Trevino. And number 1 is the Dodgers. They've been one of the hottest teams in baseball over the past month, and that is why they're number 1. So I think you could you could actually make the argument that 4 teams should be number 1 if you include the Mets. So the Dodgers are atop my Week 17 MLB Power Rankings. Let me know if you agree with the Dodgers, if it should be the Yankees, Astros, or Mets, or the Dodgers. Let me know in the comments below. I do my best to post as often as possible. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you in the next video.